We've got Dannie De Novo joining us. She is an author of a book that I can't wait to read. A lot of us need to read this. Get into a good mood and stay there. How in the world do we do that when we're quarantined? We're going through this COVID-19. Obviously, our community has been hit by these tragic storms. Where do we start, Dannie?
Yes, there's a lot to deal with right now, and I just want to offer my prayers to your community at this time. I think that people have this misconception of being happy in a good mood means that you're sort of bouncing around and smiling and having a great time every minute of every day. And it's really not like that. Your happiness should be more of sort of a calmness feeling, a feeling of peace. And even though there might be some uncertainty creeping in at times, or sadness or confusion, whatever it is that might seep in with all of this going on, that you're able to sort of return back to the present moment and know that you're resilient and that you're strong and that there is good in your life, and all you have to do is look for it.
Kind of put us through this book. I mean, you know, it's got a wonderful title, and obviously at the end of this book, you want people to know that, yeah, you can be happy every day, right?
You can. And it really comes down to making the choice to be happy every day and then putting things in place to remind you of that decision. So this book came about because I was living a very miserable life. I was not happy. I was lonely. And I spent a lot of time in sort of a negative thought cycle and really feeling sorry for myself. And I was in my kitchen one night making dinner, and I was stirring a pot on the stove, and my baby at the time she was an infant. She was on the floor, and she had a bowl and a spoon she was playing with. And she looked up at me with her big brown eyes and started mimicking me and stirring just like I was. And at first I was so proud. She was just like mommy. But then I just had this wave of nausea hit me, and I realized she was copying everything that I was doing. I was her main role model, and I was teaching her how to be unhappy and depressed and lonely and unfulfilled. And so my purpose in life became learning how to change that, how to become happy and fulfilled, so I could teach my daughter how to do those things.
This book changed your life.
It did. It changed my life, and hopefully my daughter's life for the better. So it really just is the story of the things that I adopted to take myself out of that more depressed lifestyle and into a happier way of living, which honestly takes a little bit of work. There's things that I do every single day to check in and make sure that I'm on a more positive frequency, if you will, rather than a negative one.
And I know that you kind of dive into this a couple of chapters when it comes to getting out of that worry and that fear cycle. Can you give some folks encouragement? Because a lot of us in our community, we're in that cycle right now.
Yes. So I would say when you're in that cycle, you're not living right now in the present moment. And to bring yourself back to the present moment, one of the easiest ways to do that is just some good old-fashioned gratitude. Find anything that you can to focus on and appreciate, even if it's just a beautiful sunny day or a tree outside that's blooming, or just the fact that you had a really good meal with your family around you and everyone is happy and healthy at that moment. Just focus on the good wherever you can find it. That will bring you back to present and take you out of that cycle.
All right. Author of the book, Get Into a Good Mood and Stay There. Where can we find this book?
You can find it on Amazon.
All righty. Dannie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.